everybody. Sapo, the Success Scholar, like he should call me. Thank you all for tuning in, listening in. Just want to drop a little knowledge, drop a little knowledge for those that are out here, trying to live, striving to survive, striving to get to the next level. I think that it's critical for us to, first have self criticisms as well as criticisms of others. And unfortunately, in our community, sometimes people, get a little egotistical about what they've actually learned and what they've studied, so that they feel that they can speak about any and everything. So I added a little humor and drama to this discussion for the sake of education. But um, again, our health is certainly critical. I have made it my business to practice a halfway decent, healthy, holistic lifestyle over the years. And have always attempted to, show some level of progression or some level of some balance, between, decent amounts of sleep or, you know, consuming good quality water or taking multivitamins as well as being a vegan and, getting the proper exercises in, you know, 20 minutes per day, something walking, running, however, you got to do different things. But first and foremost, I believe sincerely that, one's diet is the overall most important thing. Now, why do I say that? Because many people just simply may not necessarily understand anatomy, physiology, and they may not have read enough books to understand these fundamentals. For instance, you'll see a lot of people up in a gym, right? But what's real is that it's just more to health than exercise. Many people have attempted to equate the realities of longevity, but this book actually, I have the book Medicine right here, and one part he talks about the individual who lived to be 200 years old. Let me find that. The gentleman that lived, I'm not sure if he was in China or in Japan, but they talked about his lifestyle and how he was able to live to be that long. But what's also interesting, there was a book that I read some time ago. It was about the people who lived the longest on the planet from Okinawa. There was a book called the Okinawa Program. So again, many of these things kind of lay out some of the lifestyles. Here is herbalist lives to be 256 years old. Let me see. I'll find that. But talking about the Okinawa program, how the gentleman actually, the people in Okinawa are the longest living people on the planet, right? And that's, valuable to for us to analyze what they actually do, what they eat, how they, what they do every single day of their life, for us to know, who's living the longest. Of course, we can't duplicate everything, but we can get to some fair assessment. So this is the book Medicine, and they talk about different types of dynamics in terms of health. I don't know if I read. I might have went to the wrong part. I'm sorry. That must be the wrong page. 353. I'm reading the wrong page. But and there's another book called The China Study. A China study that you know that talked about before Western diets and after Western diets. So this is John. Believe it or not, in 1933, the world's oldest man died at the incredible age of 256 years old. His name was Dr. Lee Chung Young, a doctor and herbalist who lived 23 wives and living with his 24th wife in her 60s at the time of his death. It was recorded for nothing that nothing spectacular was in his diet during his first 100 years of life. When Dr. Young reached the second century of his life, he went public with some of the herbs and tonic he used to keep his body useful for all those years. Uh, it was recorded that at the age of 207, he gave 28 lectures at a university in China on health and longevity. According to resources, he lectured for as long as 3 hours. Um, so I wanted to put that up there. Um, just recently, I went to the Natural Products Expo in Baltimore. Got a few good products, some almond butter, peanut butter. I think some. Just wanted to show some different products that we got. Some vegan smart nutritional shakes, um, cocoa powder, sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is okay. Um, okay. So natural shampoo, just a lot of different good products. I'm still waiting on some things, some different types of oils. So it was just a good mixture of products. But my point, and I don't want to get away from my point of what I was going to say, is that we have to watch who we allow to put thoughts into our brain, right? And make sure that these individuals are certainly qualified, not to suggest that that's the only uh, dynamic of uh, a someone that can teach. But again, you on a platform with a vegan slash plant based diet person, and you know if you're not practicing a healthy holistic lifestyle, you can probably just I mean, you may be able to add on to the discussion, but you're not going to be perceived as the guru, and it's unfortunate that many people seem to think that one person is going to be their master teacher, master guru, master. They're just going to follow in. I was reading something, a recent study. They were talking about um, why a large percentage of the people at the People's Temple with Jim Jones were black women. It was something like 47% of the women in the People's Temple in what was that? Not Nicaragua, Guyana, were black women between mostly the ages of 18 and 26. And it just made me realize that many of these women are looking for more adult masculine energy. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for comfort, protection, and sometimes black men, in their zeal for survival, zeal for self-respect and dignity, tend to feel as though they're going to get that respect or those accolades from many different women. So you have, for instance, individuals who have not necessarily even picked up a holistic book, haven't even gone to a holistic conference or workshop ever, just jumping out there saying that, that they're gonna, or somebody agreeing that they should be on the platform, and so I just had to say something because health, your health is important, particularly once you start having real issues. And if people are misled to feel that they will go to somebody who has not even done a basic cursory, uh, assessment of anatomy, physiology, they don't know basic things, what to do, what to eat, what to take for, different types of ailments, who to go to, where uh, to go to for a particular type of holistic healing advice. It's going to be a complicated scenario, and many people may not know I semi quasi work in the medical field, and it certainly has taken me years to learn different things, but also attending various healthy, holistic workshops. Many of the scholars reading their books, like this book here, Prevention is the Cure. Let me just read something from there. Um, After working 4 months, one killed my father was coming. Well, okay, let me see. All right, these are today. There are four factors that determine four primary causes of illness: overexposure to toxins and bacteria and viruses, genetics, inadequate intake of vital nutrients, exposure, excessive intake of bad food. All right, so those are some of the dynamics of how or why. So food can be bad, but you still don't necessarily can't get all of the proper nutrients from all of the food. So that's what that's saying when I say intake of food and inadequate intake of vital nutrients, because most people are not necessarily getting, even if you are a raw vegan, or even some superfoodists, you know, you still have to supplement it. So, and only way to measure some of these things is with blood tests. This is why blood testing is valuable. So, again, I don't know if the guru uh, actually encourages people to to get uh, blood work done, but that certainly is a balanced approach between the Western uh, philosophies of diagnosis, as well as Eastern, understandings. The Western, I'm sorry, the Eastern, even the Chinese people now, understand the fundamentals of assessing individuals' blood. So again, that's the start. That's the start of assessing wellness and assessing individuals' nutrients. Of course, I mean, people do look at the bodies, look at different parts of bodies, look at people's skin, look at people's eyes. There are those things do work. Some people think about looking at fingernails. I mean, but ultimately the internal, of course, weight, height, weight, those things do take some effect, but or can have some level of giving an indicator, because statistically, people in certain environments, you know, tend to have particular disease. So we have to assess these things. But again, there are preventable things, and certainly in this society, eating certain foods uh, can, take or enhance your abilities to live. So I'm just saying, we need individuals out here that have a proper grown up. We can't be having people talking about, yeah, we're gonna get this money, we're gonna get this money, we're gonna get wealthy, and they eating a cheeseburger or a slice of pizza on it on every time you see them, they got a cheesesteak sub or something. So they're not gonna be around very long. So I'm just curious in terms of the depth of what their development. In terms of, do they understand the total holistic perspective of life and existence, and preserving our life is going to be the absolute priority. It's no doubt. It's our priority. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. What? I'm sorry. Uh, the Apple founder lived to be 57 years old, as well as even many athletes. I think in this book, Medicine, I think they say that athletes live to be on average 57 years old. I mean, there's something about more than just, you know, lifting weights and exercising. So unless you are, getting paid big money to run up and down, a field or something, and get knocked over your head, you need to be watching. You should consider watching your intake versus uh, versus your output with physical activities that you have going on, and make sure that some of these activities, or well, first some of your intakes are, nutritionally rounded in terms of the nutrients and vitamins that you're getting. So I have a big, man, I got so much stuff that I got from this Natural Products Expo. Um, what's this? Probiotics, more liver cleanse, little samples, just a bunch of stuff. What is this? Almond butter, a lot of different samples. So that's the Natural Products Expo East, and that was actually in Baltimore. And what is this one? This is look like some crispy pineapple chips. So I'm gonna eat these actually. Some pineapple chips. So we're gonna, if I can find how to open this thing. Oh, it was easy. Let me taste it. A pineapple chip. Listen, mm, tastes like it was just dry. Hey Janice, it tastes like it was dry. Good little snack, good little healthy snack for people. They probably put this in a hydrator. I don't have one, but never had one. But I think that's how they did that one. Just that's good. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Again, know what your experts in. It's okay to defer and say, all right, I'm not the best teacher in this particular subject. I can give you what I can, but if it's not necessary for you to be speaking and you have an expert that can speak, don't let your ego get in the way. You don't want to mislead somebody about their health when you have a kind of eighth grade level of education about anatomy, physiology, health, hygiene, etc. So bring the right people to the platform, bring the right people to the program, bring the right people to the people. That's all I have to say, and I'm not gonna be specific right now. Of course, people can feel like they have a particular level of knowledge if they want, but some of us who have been around in the healthy, holistic, vegan community, we we know how long it took many of us to reach a particular level of knowledge, right? So again, you're not just going to pop up and just last week you were talking about you were eating fried chicken and not think that somebody not going to remember that. Hmm? So just know where you were. They will know that you are in the process, but that's because you were speaking and people were salivating and following. Oh, great, Mark! Oh, great, master. Don't think that you're gonna switch the conversation and expect for people to show up just because you're on a platform with some guru just because. So it just doesn't work like that. So again, stay tuned in. Holla to Success. Scholar had a good show last night. Brother Malik was on, so had a good show. We're gonna do some more. Gonna do some more. I hope everybody have a good day. Got some reading to do. Got some work to do. Keep building. Keep rising. Keep going to another level. Stay tuned in. I'm out. Peace. Mm, 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 mm.